Hi friends, this is Sabri here. Welcome to Education Through Story, in short, EDThruStory. Together, let's learn names of all the Prime Ministers of India till date. Shall we begin? It is easy for us to remember new information by just associating them with familiar things. Making funny and weird associations help us in remembering the information better. We will be using the above two tips and learn the list of Prime Ministers of India in order using the memory technique called the body parts method along with a small story. Please note, the list does not include the name of acting Prime Minister Mr. Gulzarilal Nanda. Moving on with the technique, we will be using 9 body parts for us to learn the first 10 Prime Ministers' names in order. The first body part that we are going to consider is the head, and the association made is that of Nehru cap worn on the head. This helps us remember the first Prime Minister of independent India, Mr. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The next body part is the eye, which is associated with red goggles. Red is Lal in Hindi, which connects us with the name of the second Prime Minister of India, that is Mr. Lal Bahadur Shastri. Let's see who the Prime Minister is after Lal Bahadur Shastri, for which we will be using the body part nose, and the association made is that of a nose stud. Nose stud is an ornament used by Indian women. This becomes the hint for the next Prime Minister, who happens to be a woman, is none other than Mrs. Indira Gandhi. So after Indira Gandhi, let's see who the Prime Minister is, and we will be using the body part mouth for the same. Mouth being associated to speech. Two people seen on the dais. One is the managing director and the other one is the company secretary delivering a speech. MD is the abbreviation for managing director and CS is the abbreviation for company secretary. MD and CS will help us get the names of the next two Prime Ministers. MD would stand for Morarji Desai and CS would stand for Charan Singh. So, moving on to the next body part, which is the neck. Association made is necklace for the same. Necklace will give us the hint that the next Prime Minister is also a woman. So Indira Gandhi comes back to power for the second term. She is the one and only women Prime Minister of India. So let's see who the Prime Minister is after Indira Gandhi, for which we will be using the body part chest, and the association that is to be made is that of a pilot. Why associating chest to that of a pilot? Let's get to know the reason. For one, to be a pilot, the person has to be a brave heart. So pilot becomes the hint for the next Prime Minister, and the next Prime Minister happens to be a Prime Minister who was a pilot before. So I leave the guess to you guys. Any guesses who the next Prime Minister is? Who is a pilot Prime Minister? You guessed it right. It is Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. Next Prime Minister after Rajiv Gandhi, we will be using the body part stomach, for which we will be associating eatables for the same. And eatables associated to stomach is vada pav and samosa. Vada pav and samosa is VPS in short, using which we will be able to get the next Prime Minister's name, that is VP Singh. Moving on to the next body part, which is the knee. A young guy is seen kneeling and praying that he wants to become rich like Bill Gates, for which he wants to secure a seat in the stream of computer science. So computer science CS becomes the clue for the next Prime Minister. So CS stands for Chandrasekhar. So the next Prime Minister is Chandrasekhar. After Chandrasekhar, let's see who the Prime Minister is. And Chandrasekhar is the 9th Prime Minister. And now we are going to see who the 10th Prime Minister is using the last body part, which is the feet. Feet is the bottommost part of the body and it points towards the south. So the association that we are going to make use of is south. The first Prime Minister elected from south is none other than Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao. So friends, we have used the 9 body parts using 9 different associations. We have been able to learn the names of first 10 Prime Ministers of India. What about the rest 6 Prime Ministers, for which we will be using a small story. The story is as follows. A press guy interviews P.V. Narasimha Rao, and in one of the questions he asks who is going to be the next most ideal PM candidate for the upcoming elections. That is when P.V. Narasimha Rao replies saying that the clue is very much in his name. So let's see what this clue is. The clue is the alphabet V in the name. So V is for Vajpayee. After P.V. Narasimha Rao, the next Prime Minister is none other than Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Next part of the story goes this way. Atal Bihari Vajpayee falls sick, gets admitted in a hospital called DG Hospital, where the doctors administer him with IV fluid. So DG and IV are the clue. So DG stands for the Prime Minister Deve Gowda. I and V is for the next 2 Prime Ministers. I for I.K. Gujral, V for Vajpayee. So Atal Bihari Vajpayee comes back to power for the second time. So let's see who the Prime Minister is after Vajpayee, for which we will use this part of the story. Vajpayee receives an MMS from Narendra Modi wishing him speedy recovery. So MMS is for the 15th Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, and the current Prime Minister, that is the 16th Prime Minister, is Narendra Modi. Both Manmohan Singh and Narendra Modi have been consecutively elected for 2 terms. Let's have a quick recap. So for the first Prime Minister, that is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the association used is that of Nehru cap. A red goggles for Lal Bahadur Shastri. Nose stud for women Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. MD and CS, that is Managing Director, Company Secretary for the Prime Ministers Morarji Desai and Charan Singh. And necklace for the women Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Pilot for Rajiv Gandhi. Eatables, Vada Pav Samosas for VP Singh. Computer Science CS for Chandrasekhar. South for P.V. Narasimha Rao. So this is the quick recap of the first 10 Prime Ministers. So there is remaining 6 Prime Ministers using the story method, and the story is P.V. Narasimha Rao's interview giving us 11th Prime Minister's name, that is Atal Bihari Vajpayee. DG Hospital and IV for DG for Deve Gowda, I for I.K. Gujral, V for Vajpayee. Next is the MMS from Narendra Modi, MMS for Manmohan Singh. Since it's an MMS from Modi, that will give us the last Prime Minister's name, which is Narendra Modi. Friends, if you like this video and want any other educational videos to be made, you can leave your comment below. Based on the popular request, we will consider the same. Do subscribe to this channel and share this video among family and friends. Press the bell icon for further notifications. The images used are from various internet sources. These are used for explanation purpose only. Our sincere thanks and courtesy to the below mentioned websites. Thank you.